Okay, so of course, this fucking gold mine, this gold mine of jokes, of course it would happen after last recording and also resolve itself before this recording. So with that, I fully support hashtag put it back. Put the boat back. The Suez Canal boat. Please God, put it back, because we've lost so much time. So much funnies that could have been made. Just lost to time because these fuckers decided to, we gotta unclog the canal. No.
Think about the world economy. No, fuck you. Think about what you've done to my comedy podcast that is very lightly veiled as a One Piece podcast.
Yeah, think about what the fuck you've done. Well, like Franz just sent me today, like a picture of shipping crates that creates loss.jpg. Like, we could have had so much more of that. We could have had it all. Whole episode of that. We could have had it all. Like Adele said, we could have had it all. I think that was Adele, right? Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and One Piece is about ships.
Yeah.
The Ever Given is a ship. You know?
Yeah, and I do love how when it started, the Ever Given, like, basically created, like, I literally, the canal fucking blocked. I see the pictures of all the boats having to fucking, like, circumnavigate and go around, like, Africa instead. And all I could think about was, like, the intro to One Piece where all the boats are heading towards the Grand Line. It's like, this was the start of the Great Pirate Era.
And, dude,
as the canal's like stuck and all.
Oh my god, that would have been. I was reading some. I'm going back to work now, which means I read the news now. Again, God, reading the news is terrible for your mental health. But like, it's. If I want to look like I'm busy at work, it's about all I can do. Unless I just get back to my hobby of making random stupid spreadsheets on Excel. That really makes you look busy. Yeah. If you find a way to enjoy Excel,
you're good.
Easy.
You're good.
Completely good.
Your boss will never be on your back again.
Exactly. But I was like reading that like people were like actually worried about like real life piracy risk because of the Suez Canal and because of like the great like change and influx in like ports being used now. And so like my brain, like the moment I read that, I was like in a very kind of like oh no tone, I was like yeah yo.
There's a picture of the canal. Somebody photoshopped another evergreen, like blocking it, and it says add another ship. 287 have signed, 500 to go.
Oh my god, if only.
Put it back only. Now. That boat was the only thing keeping me together.
The most united the internet has been in a long time.
And I remember, like, I think it was like literally the day after we recorded, like last week, I was online and you just came into the Discord, like Franz, like they came into our Discord and they were just like, the canal is blocked. Like they all have to go around. And we were like, what? And then, like, you showed us. We were just like, Doc, what the fuck is going on? Like,
because, like, conceptually...
Reject modernity, embrace tradition.
Conceptually, it is so ridiculous. Like, so some context, I am Panamanian, and as any like as any Panamanian who does not live in Panama, which basically means you're completely affluent compared to any other Panamanian. Like you've visited the canal a couple of times, and like learning about the systems, this and that, whatever. But like you kind of like sit there and think the last time I visited was like 10 years ago, and they were just starting to think about adding a second fucking lane to the canal. And I remember like being however young I was a teen, being a teen, just sitting there and like, what the fuck happens if like one of the locks is broken or just door stuck? Like what happens, huh?
What if I just block this bad boy something fierce? Like, it's, you know, it's
my
the same
favorite thing
as a child, like just looking at the toilet and just being like, but like, what if I just put it all in? Like, what if I just put all the toilet paper in? Like what's the upper limit that this thing can handle?
I really wonder, and like I want to see more. I want to see more.
Put it back. Actually, hashtag put it back is actually the perfect way to describe and segue into this chapter, because there's literally one panel that happens and I'm like, no, put it back. Like, we don't know. We were doing so well. We were doing so well, guys. You don't understand.
It was the dream.
For a time, the manga was so good, unstained by this asshole. And then
we've constantly touted that One Piece is perfect, but sometimes we need a reminder of flaws, of the things that make living not so good.
Yeah.
And boy howdy,
we got that. We got that in like one battle this chapter.
No, this one was a really good one in a lot of ways. It was definitely more set up for a bunch of stuff than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. It was oh man, there's things that have this is just fucking good. There's a lot of shit that happen. We get resolution to I guess welcome to Paramecia Fancast, the One Piece Fancast, where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. And totally don't forget to do the intro. My name is John.
My name is Franz, and
we were so high on the Ever Given. We were so high on hashtag put it back
that we put our podcast intro back.
Oh god. But yeah, I fucking get right into chapter 1008. So first off, just by the title alone, I was like, oh no. Leader of the Atamayama Thieves Brigade, Ashura Doji. I read that and I was like, oh no, he's gone, isn't he? Like this is what's happening. He's gone, ain't he?
If you read One Piece for long enough, you eventually like see the patterns in a lot of things. And if you know that like of course there's like one specific example that's like a bit of an outlier, but if someone's name is the title, like not just included, but is the title, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
A very bad sign.
It's either like really bad or really character defining. In this case, both.
Like if it's Luffy, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
And then there was the one where straight up like Oda just says Portgas Diaz dies.
Yeah, what a
still a classic.
that was the title of the chapter, and the death didn't happen until the end of the chapter. Like, what the fuck, Oda?
Oda knows what he's doing.
Oh, God. But, yeah, just by reading that chapter today, I was shook. I was like, nope. This ain't gonna happen, is it? Like, I know it's gonna happen, but no, come on. We can't do that to the boy. But, hey,
it had to be done.
He dang old done did it. I guess we'll just start with the reader request, because I thought it was really cute. And
it is.
A horse that wants to fly gets turned into a Pegasus with the help from Robin. From Micho Caramel? But it's just
Micho, maybe?
Yeah. I think it's Macho Caramel?
Probably.
It's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh!
Oh yeah, brother. You know what would make me go macho crazy, brother? Seeing Nico Robin make a horse fly, brother.
Hulk Hogan would never, brother.
Hulk Hogan would never ask for a cover story with Robin, brother.
Oh man,
oh god, what
a flashback, because dog, it just reminds me of the inside joke to like make fun of that one guy we knew in high school, where like it was kind of dick because it was immediately after he passed, but like the whole Roadhead thing.
Oh yeah. I don't know how it started, but it just became a running like inside joke in our group of friends. So like anytime this kid did a Macho Man impression, we were just like, dude, that's fucked up, man. Macho Man like died of Roadhead. You can't say that anymore. I don't know why he had to die of Roadhead in this joke, but like, or I don't even know how that's logistically like possible. But
I think the whole thing, the logistics of it was that like because like it was high school and like we were bad and slightly homophobic. It was Macho Man sucking dick, and then like the accident happened, and then he bit the dick and choked on it. Is the logistics, if I recall.
Oh my god! See, I don't even remember that.
Because I hate the person in question. I remember it very vividly. I don't hate Macho Man Randy Savage.
Because I hate Macho Man just much.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Because
I thought it was a thing that was like, I always thought that it was because he was receiving the Roadhead that his like blood pressure like spiked, and then he like fainted on the road and just crashed.
I believe that's how it started, and then it led to his dick getting bitten off, and then someone just inverted it and he bit the dick off.
God.
Either way, it was like somewhat homophobic, like internalized homophobia jokes, and also like he had just died. That was kind of fucked up of us.
God, we were so fucked up and stupid. Anyways, I'm glad we could share this laugh about our past selves.
with you know, you, John, me, Franz, all you listeners who were clearly there when we were in high school.
Yeah, you know.
Great laugh.
All like 3,000 plus of you every month that listen. You know. You know, the ones that really matter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. All 3,000 of you in number who are more than the actual people in the high school that we went to. You know.
You know.
Oh, man. Getting straight into the chapter, we start right where we stopped last time, back in the treasure repository where the Akazaya were resting. And we get the little wahaha from Odin. I don't blame you for being surprised. I've come to the future with the help of Toki's power. It's a long story. There will be time for it for later. And like, immediately the "it's a long story" was like, okay, that's fake.
Yeah. All right. I know he's a dumb himbo, but but even he would take the fucking moment to praise the like how godlike his wife is. So already you're on thin ice, bucko.
Exactly. But Kinemon, Garfield, Kiku, they're buying it. They're crying, "Oh, Lord Odin, you're alive." Oh, and the man, the boy himself, apparent Odin, says, "No time to celebrate. My apologies for being late. To battle, my friends. Onward to Kaido, whom we failed to vanquish that terrible day." And like, that line just feels very stunted.
Yeah.
Like, it feels kind of like, "Hello, kids. I am one of you."
Hello, kids. Yes, it is I, Odin. It is I, Odin.
Your father.
Here for there.
Oh.
But
And like the rest of them crying, "Oh, we'll join you." But
Ashura
oh my god,
Doji, my man, dude.
my man.
Like after reading this chapter and like looking back, like he is. I think like I love Kinemon. I think he is probably like my favorite. Other than Kiku, Kiku's like the eternal favorite. Like nobody's ever gonna dethrone her.
Of course.
But I think in terms of like character moments and like character development, like I fucking love Ashura Toji. He's had it so fucking good, like character writing wise, because he's the
That
first
moment,
one. Oh, go ahead.
that moment, at the square right before Yasu's execution, where he goes off about like, "Oh, like we're the ones that have been here for 20 years. We're the ones who've been waiting. Like, of course we're hurt. Of course you have to prove to us
Yeah.
that like things are gonna change." And that hits.
Yeah.
That hits hard.
And even the other moment I thought of was like when he's showing like Kinemon and Inuarashi and all of them like this isn't just like I'm not just lying, like this is what it is. And then like the camera zooms out and he's in front of a fucking like a mass of gravestones and he's like, this is the 20 years that you were gone. Like this is what happened. Like you can't, like you didn't live this. Like you didn't have to watch as all of them died. Like this is
It
like,
shows so like it. Ashura Doji was like representative of a lot of people in those moments, but he always has been. But like he's very clear as like not like the rational one per se, but like the one who like looks past all the emotions that everyone else is going through. He's going through them himself.
yeah.
But because of those 20 years, he has to take a step back all the time. It's not that he's inclined to. In order to survive those 20 years, he has to.
Yeah. And it's he screams at them as they're walking towards him. He's like, not so fast. He's got to be a fake. And Kinemon's face fucking kills me here. I'm like, oh my, like, damn. Because you can see it in all of them. He's like, what do you mean? Like, he's right before our eyes. And then Raizo's like, remember what Lady Toki said, Kinemon. Mankind cannot return to the past. And then he's like, Lady Toki had the power to go into the future, but Lord Odin died that day. If he were to travel to the future, that truth would never change. And they're like, but, and, oh man. Like, just this moment and the line he says later, he's like, I know how you feel, but you have to open your eyes, and he punches Kinemon. And like, in the same momentum, like he punches Kinemon, turns around, and he swipes at Odin's face, and he's like, see, no blood came out. And as he does that,
he chunks his face
too.
Yeah,
he gets fake Odin Foden gets chunked. And as he does that, like, he gets, I mean, you could see it in the panel before, like, Odin like takes out one of the swords. Fake Odin. And Foden just stabs Ashura. And he's like, oh, there, that makes it clear. And just, the blood coming out of his nose, and he's just crying. He's like, we all feel the same way. We all wanted it to really be him. Like, oh, man.
Dude, and like, the realization in them, I feel like, I forget his name, the one that had the pompadour.
Oh, Denjiro? Yeah.
I feel like Denjiro, I don't know, his wordlessness to me conveys that he had some inkling or whatnot earlier. But we have Kawamatsu and Garfield just hurt by it. And then it becomes like more on the nose. But his presence, his mannerisms, they belong to no one but Lord Odin. If anyone could recreate them accurately, it would be one of us. And Denjiro roars, so it's you, Kanjuro. And like, you know, part of me does forgive them for maybe not having considered it, because like last week we had talked about it, and that like Kanjuro was like a big probability in all of this, but like
it's just wild.
I think it's easy for them to forget, because for 20 years or a couple of months, but still basically all their lives, they had thought Kanjuro sucked ass at drawing.
yeah. Oh, God. And I loved it, like, fucking Kanjuro, gross-ass laugh, like, ka, don't be stupid, I am Odin. And Kiku's the first one, like, oh, sure, like, I'm sorry, like, I failed to finish him off, like, this is my fault. And he's like, I don't blame you for going soft, like, he was our friend. And it's like, fuck, dude, like, what the hell? Like, they just can't catch a goddamn break. But like, Ashura Doji's reaction, it reminded me so much of when Colonel Mustang is fighting Envy in Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
And if anybody out there's never seen Full Metal Alchemist, there's basically the colonel in the army is like fighting this homunculus, and this homunculus can change shape into like to look like anybody. And the homunculus killed the colonel's best friend, and in the fight, like towards the end of the series, like Envy transforms into the best friend, is like, hey, how's it going? And then the inner monologue is like, oh, like, while you're too stunned to see your friend alive and well, like, you know, right before your eyes, like, I'm gonna kill you. Envy instantly gets blasted, and you can see, like, the rage and pain on Colonel Mustang's face as he's just like, Mace Hughes is dead. Like, that is a fact. Like, you cannot change that. Like, oh, it's one of those things, like, as much as it pained him, like, you know, they all they want is just to see, you know, their papa again. And the fact that, like, Oh, the fact that they had to deal with this, it's like, dude, like they all wanted it to be true, and like, oh man, it
They
sucks.
deserve so much more than this
Yeah,
treatment.
but yeah, Denjiro clashes swords immediately with the fake Odin, and he's like, "Oh, this is only a painting. Where's your real body?" Um, and he's like, "Oh, controlling it remotely saps so much strength, and I'm deeply wounded. I expect I will die in this battle, but I will die having pierced the very heart of the Kozuki clan as Kurozumi Kanjuro." And he's like laughing, and Denjiro immediately is like, "Lord Momonosuke's in danger." And
I love the shift, like the
yeah,
immediate knowledge and shift.
oh, it's so good. And even Kawamatsu's like, "Oh, I remember hearing a voice somewhere saying that Lord Momonosuke was with a Kunoichi." And they're like, "Oh, that must be Shimanobu. Like, we have to send a message to her." And this is the point where I was like, okay, especially with the matchup with Jack that happens later on. Now I'm starting to think that Sanji's gonna end up with them, like with Yamato.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I mean, I would assume that Denjiro or one of them would meet up with them to save Momonosuke. But I think, like, now I think it's, as much as I selfishly wanted Sanji versus Jack, I do feel like it would be better if he defends Momonosuke. Like, it'd be more in character for him, I guess, like what he would do.
Yeah, it's still a bit of a toss up, and like
Yeah.
especially now that like the Yamato group, the Momo group, and the Samurai group might converge. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the choice it was a moot point.
Yeah, yeah. The problem took care of itself. No, but so they're talking like, "Oh, we could send a message to warn her." And this motherfucker, like, he had the fake Odin like opens his shirt and like he's pulling the Pedro.
That's that's what.
That's what bugs the fuck out of me. He's pulling a Pedro, like, oh my god.
Like,
All the
can I
fuck
believe it? Yeah, but fuck
oh,
them.
all the fucking theatrics, and he could have just blew him up from the start. You piece of like, you asshole.
Theater kids are the fucking worst,
yeah.
man.
Theater kids are terrible. If you have a theater kid
That's
in
the
your
problem
life,
here.
yeah, if you have a theater kid in your life, it is now confirmed that he will impersonate one of your dead friends in an attempt to kill you, and if that fails, he will blow himself and you up. Confirmed.
It's just a fact.
Yeah, I don't make the rules. Talk to the fucking drama teacher. Get that sorted out.
Talk to the fucking drama teacher.
Yeah, y'all need to sort that shit out. That's not with us.
See, in this situation, there's no drama teacher, which is why,
yeah,
why Kanjuro as Odin just keeps going at Denjiro. Oh, like, you wouldn't be tasteless enough to hunt down a dying man, would you? Stay here to fight with me. But Asura sees what happened. Like, everyone saw what happens, but he has a plan. He gets to action and charges Foden. The rest of you get out of here. Go and stop Kanjuro. And there's no stop. There's no don't do it. There's no this. Like, we're well past that. Everyone's resolute ever since they got to this island.
Yeah.
So Denjiro wastes no time and says, "Thank you, Asura. Thank you."
Oh man. It's so, like, they bust out of the window, and as they're falling, like, Foden is like stabbing Ashura. And he's like, "Get off me!" And just never defile Kozuki Oden again.
Whoa.
And this panel, like, I've never seen such a picture. I've never seen a picture of just an explosion that has been like, damn, like, fuck. And even the next page, like the immediate panel of all of them getting blown away from the edge, and you just see like the negative space on the page. Like,
Oda, like,
man.
I can't believe that anyone actually goes around with the take that Oda's bad at, like, paneling or this and that. Like,
Yeah,
real?
Yeah, are we reading the same manga? Like,
because, oh man, like that hole in the page,
yeah,
is the hole left in my heart.
Yeah, exactly. This whole page, like, there's literally one word on this page, and this page was probably the one that, like, got me the closest to just, like, tearing up. Like, fuck. Like,
it hurts so much. Because once the dust settles, all of them, like, look over. Everyone knows. We just see a body and a sword.
Yeah, we just
everyone
see,
looks in
assumedly
horror.
Asura's hand just, like, limp on the floor and the blade, like, stuck in the ground.
And the battle call towards Kanjuro. And, like, dude, Oda's
face
so
kills
good.
Me. Raizo's
Kiku's face kills me. But, like,
Kinemon, I think, is the one that gets me, like, Kiku's gets me really hard.
Yeah.
Like, it hurts. But fucking Kinemon, like, the fucking rage in Kinemon. It also, like, juxtapose the final face on the page with, like you said, when he looks out and he sees, like, you can see his shadow, like, in the panel where the body is. You can see his, like, little silhouette, like, just standing there looking, and it's like, dog, like, oh man, it hurts. Like, I just want whoever makes it out alive of this to just live happy. Like, I just want them to have some sort of happiness at the end.
That's all any of us ever wanted. But, you know, not all of them are gonna have that, and that's something that we knew.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, even self-admittedly, all the samurai were like, "No, we're gonna die here." Like, they sunk the boat they were on. Like, they were like, "No, we're like, this is where we die. This is it." Like, but fucking Kanjuro, become Kozuki, bring down Kozuki, then die. It is the greatest final act my entire life, a beautiful and poignant drama. And I'm like, you piece of shit.
Like, even when it happened, like, we knew that he didn't die back when Kiku slashed him.
Yeah.
Because, like, narratively, it was a kind of a limp moment.
Yeah.
But
because it, like, made sense, but, like, he didn't get any sort of, in the moment, he didn't get, like, it was just kind of like a, like, really? Like, he's just...
Yeah, like, oh, he's gone, that's it?
Yeah.
But, like, man, I want him gone so bad.
Yeah. It's the same thing as an asshole that appears on, like, the next couple pages. I want them to get, like, okay, so y'all know I bitch about when people, like, thinking, like, oh, like, this character should die in One Piece, or this character should die. No. Because those losers are saying that because they think it'll make this. They think more death equal better story because they, like, nutted to Game of Thrones. and thought Game of Thrones was like the best, not for the superb writing that it had, but because every week like random characters would just die, and they thought that that was like the apex of storytelling. No. I want these two characters to die, just the most horrible deaths, just for me, just for my heart,
in a karmic sense.
Yeah,
not out of. Is it out of revenge? Yeah, fuck it, maybe. But not revenge for them, revenge for me.
Yeah. Do you know how much pain Kanjuro causes me to look at him? And this is, mind you, like, his design was never my favorite beforehand.
No.
And we also have to deal with the death of the author thing, because it's like, okay, well, like, is Ryunosuke like a fucking, like, samurai Nazi now? Because he turned out to be, like, shit, dude. Like, I felt for Ryunosuke. Robin did too. Is he just now, like, we got a J.K. Rowling on our hands? We just gotta, like...
We have to cancel Ryunosuke. No.
Yeah. Was Ryunosuke supposed to be a fucking banker too? Like, Jesus Christ. Kanjuro racist.
Dude. Ryunosuke's co-opted by far right pirate organizations.
he's gonna get put into the hall of whatever as a symbol of hate.
Oh,
we gotta take him back. Hashtag put it back.
Hashtag put it back. Oh man. And after all of this shit, the samurais are going after Kanjuro, and this motherfucking elephant, Jack, shows up, saying, he's wheezing too, barely can make it up, he's bandaged and everything. That took longer than I anticipated. And he's stepping over all of the musketeers and the other minks, saying, I had to break through all these flies, desperate to protect their kings. And I love how quick the response is. Oof. Odie, fucking Dogstorm, just calls to them and tells them to keep going.
Yeah, Garfield, Raizo, hurry on ahead. Oh, and the exchange between him and Jack is so... Why is Odie the fucking coolest? Why is Odie such a fucking badass?
Like, not to say that Garfield isn't.
No, yeah, of course, but like in this moment, like, come on, man.
Oof.
Like, you intend to stop me on your own, king of the day? We're both injured. Sounds fair to me, doesn't it?
Dude, like the flex.
The quickness, bro. I don't choose this fight to settle the scores of the past. I choose it to keep you occupied, so that you cannot create any new victims, Jack. Go and protect Lord Momonosuke, my friends. And then Jack, missing a fucking eye, trying to act all like good, is like, you aren't going to see any moons down here. And he's like, nor is there any poisonous gas, so we'll both have to make do. And I'm like, damn.
The sass.
The fucking sass, dude.
I love it.
And like, Jack better watch out, because, like, Inuarashi... Okay. Inuarashi is like... Odie and Garfield are definitely on Jack's level for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get too, like, power scale-y, but, I think it fits, because, like, he was able to clash evenly with Ashura Doji when they first got to Wano. And Ashura Doji, like, mopped the fucking floor with Jack. Therefore, I feel like they're on... Plus, like, they didn't actually fight Jack on Zou. They were literally like, yo, like, we don't... dog, we don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and then they got fucking crucified for it. So
exactly.
nobody actually got to fight Jack. He just kind of like crucified them.
Yeah, exactly. Like he had it was a bit of an ambush kind of situation.
Yeah. But I am hyped to see this because Jack, okay, he's a little mammoth boy. Cool. But Odie has a sword peg leg.
Dude, see, I was like thinking about it and I was like, Oda made this decision because Jack for sure cannot handle the Garfield Gatling gun.
That's true. That's true. Oh, I forgot, you know? How could I forget? Like, I literally got, like, Jimmy Neutron Brain Blaster, and I remembered that, like, that's canon. Like, that's not just a fever dream that I had. Like,
Nope.
That's canon. Like, Garfield has a Gatling gun in this manga.
It's so good.
And
like,
people say One Piece is, like, not that good. Bruh, how... Come on.
Cat gets hurted. Well, what's gonna fucking happen? Bust her arm.
Exactly. Oh, God. And then... we get to this moment, and I read this panel, and I was like, please, God, no. God, no. And then I saw it, and it happened, and we just can't avoid it, everybody, so we're just gonna get straight into it because I'm mad.
Yeah, there's really nothing. I got you. There's a fire in the castle. We have to douse it before it goes out of control. Good.
He's good.
Gorsh.
Gore? Jesus, Goofy.
Gorsh, you fools. I mean, buck-ass teeth like Goofy. Your mistake was betraying me, Kaido.
This is so cursed.
No, I can't fucking do it. Oh, yeah.
It'll all burn it all down.
You all die up here in the sky.
Where there's nowhere to run.
All the while, fucking Kiadi Mundi is just popping people. Just walk in the background, just smacking them to death, bro.
Like, cause, like, at first I thought he had a gun, but you could see, like, the action lines. He's literally just slapping the fuck out of them to death, bro.
It's like if the Flash, like, slapped someone. The fucking Speed Force speed slap just fucking vibrate every, like, neutron in your fucking face till it's out of their electron orbitals. Like,
Jesus Christ. Like, I'm not... Okay. Like, give me, like, 2 seconds, because okay. Snyder Cut. Watched it. It's actually, like, good. And way better than whatever the fuck Joss Whedon threw up on the plate and gave to us in theaters. I don't know why.
I heard it's decently paced, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why people, like, trust Joss Whedon with anything anymore. Like, stop, dude. But, yeah, like, I think the reason why I liked it so much was because they actually fucking used the Flash, and he wasn't just, like a comedy bit machine. Like, he was an actual character. And it just makes me think, like, for all that, like, you know, people like to dog on DC all the time, but I think it's just, like, it's definitely just the writing of the movies, because, like, dog, like...
Well, and a lot of the comics, because,
some of the comics, too, but, like, the Flash is such a cool fucking character, and I feel like they just never use him as they should.
No, and, like, he's definitely, like, one of the favorites that, like, I don't, like, I'm not too into DC. I kind of gave up on comics quite a bit ago, but I do not recall ever hearing anyone say, "Oh, I actually don't like the Flash." Like, concretely say, "Oh, I don't like the Flash."
He's just cool. Like, the Flash is cool. Kiadi Money. There's like the reason you brought it up is because when you said Kiadi Money was Speed Force like slapping people. There is a comic where like I believe Barry has like there's no other choice and he has to kill like the anti-Flash or whatever. And he like snaps his neck while they're running in the Speed Force, but like he snaps his neck with such force using the Speed Force that the body is hurled backwards in time, and like some 1920s like detective like finds the body in some dumpster. Like,
that's what he's fucking doing to all these people.
That's what Keanu what he's doing to these people.
He's killing them so hard they actually show up in our real world Edo Japan.
Yeah.
And all that to completely avoid talking about the fact that Orochi's back. Yay.
Yeah, I want him to also get a horrible, horrid death.
Oh, like, he deserves it.
Yeah. Like, I want for a chapter for it to just become seinen manga for no reason. And I just want the most cathartic, like, just torturous, vagabond bullshit. Like, I'm just gonna need him to go down.
Well, we're gonna get a lot. Because, like, you know, like, oh yeah, we saw him beheaded. And the whole thing about Yamada no Orochi is, like, kind of similar to the Greek Hydra. It's all or nothing, all heads or no dead. And, you know, it's the thing where, like, I feel like back when Orochi was beheaded, I feel like some people were like, oh, like, y'all seriously don't think he's dead? People were like, oh, like, y'all think he's alive still? Like, really? And it's like, yeah, dog, like...
Yeah, like the Kozuki, the whole, like, not Kozuki, the whole Kurozumi plotline was, like, never fucking resolved.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of just, like, tossed aside, and that was, like, very, very peculiar for Oda to do. But the other thing was that, like, Fukurokujo was just like, okay, and
he
just
was so
peaced
cool
out.
about it.
Yeah, he was too cool about it.
Yeah, I remember there's a chapter where they're all talking, and Kiadi Mundi literally just, like, turns around and walks away, and his subordinates are like, what the fuck? Like, you good? He just walks away.
He's just gone. She's gone.
Yeah.
Out of my life.
Oh, that video will never not be funny.
Cream of the crop comedy right there.
But, yeah, no, fuck Orochi. The Goofy thing does make it slightly better, though, because I look at his teeth and I remember when Goofy was trapped in the car with Max while Bigfoot was, like, dancing to the Walkman outside, and I just remember him using his teeth to open a can of soup. And when I was a little kid, for some reason, that was, like, I just loved that scene. I was like, I don't know what it is, I just think I was Marge Simpson. Like, I don't know, I just think it's neat.
See, I'm the exact opposite. I think it's extremely visceral and I hate it.
Well, that's all I can think about when I look at Orochi, so we're two sides of the same coin now. Like, I look at his teeth and I'm like, oh, neat. Soup can. And then you look at him and you just want him to die more.
I hate him. I hate you.
Yeah. Oh, God. But, as if Oda was reading our minds, we quickly cut away from this bastard. And we go to Team Momonosuke. And we just hear Yamato. He's like, now will you relax and stay there, Momonosuke? And Momonosuke's like, I'm sorry, like, I'm much better at controlling it than I used to be. And they're like, huh? And I love, like, Momonosuke holding out to Yamato and the cheek. I love just, like, squished up against Yamato as he's telling the story. Like, I don't know, something about it. I'm just like, dog, like, it sucks so much that, like, he's still just a fucking child and he has to, like, be going through all of this. Like,
Yeah. Like, I feel so bad for him. Like, and it's something that I bring up every single time, but I feel like should be stressed more. Like, he just saw his dad die, like, not that long ago. It wasn't 20 years for him.
it was like a month, not even. Like,
Right. Like who knows for sure, but definitely less than a fucking year.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like, he literally, like, okay, not only did he have to, like, I don't know, his situation's so fucked. His dad died. He literally, like, heard and probably saw his dad fucking die. If he didn't see his dad die, then he has every single person in the Flower Capital who watched him get a bullet through his fucking skull by Kaido. Like,
Yeah.
he has, there's, I don't know, an entire city of people that saw Kaido put a bullet through his head because they were all like, oh, he's born to boil. Like,
Oh,
it's
man.
so fucked. Like, that he has to deal with that. And then, like,
And to carry all of their hopes on his tiny 8-year-old, 10-year-old back as well.
oh, it's messed up. Like, but he continues. Like, I love this picture of him, like, smushed up, like, holding on to Yamato's back, and he's like, when I first met Luffy's crew, I turned into a dragon whenever I was surprised or sad. And Yamato is like, it really startled me. I wonder if your power works like my father's. And this part, for some reason, got me. I was like, oh my god, like, no, Momonosuke, no. Because he's like, if only I could turn into a monster like him, it would be such a help to everyone. It's like, no, you're not a monster. You're better. Like, you don't have to be a monster like Kaido. You're better than that.
Let us be the monster.
Yeah.
We want to K-word Kaido.
Yeah, Momonosuke, look. Here's what's, it's gonna be that meme of, like, when you're, like, Grandmaster level in Apex and you want to play with your friend who's, like, just starting and he gets one kill or he gets, like, an assist and he's like, oh, cool, I got him, and then, like, your scoreboard is like 70 kills and 9,000 damage and you're like, yeah, good job. Like,
good job, buddy.
That's what I want to be with Momonosuke. I want to fucking demolish all of these pirates and then just have him, like, reap the benefits. Like, oh, dude, like, you did it. You saved Wano.
Yeah, dude, like, this kid, he doesn't have a chance to be a kid anymore, and it's just depressing to see.
Oh, God. But, fucking, not even skipping a beat. Fucking Yamato, he's like, speaking of which, I hope Luffy's alright. I want a chance to beat Kaido too, being Odin and all. And then, fucking, to remind us, because he hasn't used it in a while, he's just like, Luffy is greatly weakened, but somehow he's still fine. And Shinobu's like, that's a relief. And then, wait, what? Like, how did you know that, Momonosuke? And he's just looking at her like, what do you, like, the look on his face is like, what are you talking about? Like
it's what's really funny is the kind of thing where, like, you know, in recent years, this is a somewhat of a long tangent, but in recent years there's been a whole change in how people talk about, like their experiences with, like, mental disabilities or like other things, like I'm not sure, like, how to call it or whatnot, but, like, a lot of people are up and talking about, like, ADHD, and it's like, you know, if you look on Twitter, there's, like, a lot of people, like, you know, realizing that, oh shit, I might need to get a diagnosis and this and that. And like, I was watching a Tim Rogers video. If you don't know who Tim Rogers is, please look up Tim Rogers Tokimeki Memorial. Yes, it's 6 hours. Fuck you. Watch it.
Hey, if I watched the Snyder cut, you can watch the Tokimeki Memorial.
That's what I'm
video.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Which,
but
the Tokimeki video is better than the Snyder cut. Like, the Snyder cut was good. Tokimeki Memorial, that 6-hour video was a work of art.
It was really good. Tim Rogers is good, but there was one video, not that one, where he's talking about having a condition called misophonia. And like, hearing him describe it, I was like, wait, that's a condition? That people just aren't like that? And then I looked into it and I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
That's me too. Fuck.
You Googled it and it's just a picture of your face? Fuck,
oh,
dude.
fuck. No, they had me. So, like, you know, Momonosuke is so fucking young. Of course, he's not going to have, like, the experience to, like, back channel with people about, like, you know, the experiences you have, your sensory, like, perception and everything that's going on. So, like, of course he's not going to know that, like, no, it's not normal to literally perceive every fucking speck of life around you like some fucking 3D radar.
Yeah. Like, he is literally never, like... Well, I mean, even in the world of One Piece itself, like, nobody we've met yet knows anything about the voice of all things. Even the people who have it. Because Roger had it, and he was down there, like, yelling at sea monsters, like, show yourself, you motherfuckers!
Bite me, you bastards!
And so, like, you know, Momonosuke's just using it. And Shinobu's like, how did you know that? And he's just like, what are you talking about? Like,
dude, it's so good.
How did I know that? I knew it because I talked to the elephant.
That's some big brain stuff right there from Oda. Like, really glad to see that.
Oh, it's so good. Man, it just makes me think, like, what the fuck, like, because he stayed behind on Zou to try to talk to Zunisha, and I'm just sitting here like, what does he know? What did Zunisha do? Why is she punished to walk the earth forever? Like,
yeah, like,
and why are her feet so fucking weird?
It's one of those things where, like, do we really need the answer? No, but do I for my brain need the answer? Absolutely yes.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like for a lot of stuff with us in One Piece, like, we are. Oh my god, I forget his name in Dragon Ball. The little pig guy. There's like some pun on like pork or something like that.
Right. I know who you're talking about, but also don't know the name. We
are him, or we're Emperor Pilaf, because Pilaf does it in Super, which is probably a more recent example. Like, somebody's wishing on the Dragon Balls, and they're trying to wish for like literally plot relevant things, and like they're trying to like save the storyline, and then Pilaf comes in and it's just like, I wish for $1 million, and then gets it. Or like the pig was like, I wish for a pair of pennies, and then gets it. And it's like, yeah, you know, maybe next chapter we could learn about the Void Century, or we could get an explanation on why Zunisha's feet are so fucking long.
That's what I really need. And you know what? I will go as far as saying that that's what you really need, and maybe you don't know it yet.
Yeah. Everybody who reads One Piece needs to know that, whether they want to admit it to themselves or not.
It's... We live in a good time. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited.
I thought you were about to say we live in a society.
We do, but
We do, but
we're right there, finish line.
Oh god, yeah, the final cutaway from the chapter. We get to the rooftop of Onigashima. We cut back to the fight. And we actually get to see it, which I was fucking, like, hype about. I was like,
did
what?
not expect, no.
Yeah. Immediately, we just cut straight to, like, sound effect, like, ga-chunk. I can only imagine, like, it's Kaido's, like, baseball bat.
Yeah.
Bashing Luffy, and we just get Luffy screaming, and then flying in between Zoro and Kid, and just crashing into the wall.
And, like, neither of them talking about that.
Yeah.
They're just, how are we supposed to beat them? Doesn't feel like our attacks are doing anything. Luffy has... he just more air coming out of his mouth, like when he gets out of like gear 4th, but I don't think he was in gear 4th. And he was just so sure of himself. They're working. There's no way all of these hits could have no effect. They're just as human as we are. And like, I love his gumption.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the kind of thing where like that mentality is so revolutionary in the world of One Piece. I love it.
Yeah. He has the proper mentality. He has the mentality of like, you think I'm trapped in here with you? No. You're trapped in here with me. And then immediately gets flung back into the wall.
Gum, dead.
Gum. Ah! And I love Zoro's like, think before you leap. And Killer's like, I'm amazed he can call them the same species as us. And Luffy's like, what? So you're up here just expecting us to lose? And Zoro's like, no, we're thinking of how to win.
Oh man. I know like he's made a rubber out of that happen, but like it's so funny to just see him just get like what's it called when you're like doing a tennis ball against the wall? Like I think it's like called like rally or something, like tennis ball rally. Racquetball. Adri from downtown preparing her own dinner. Racquetball is the thing. And man, Luffy is a very energetic tennis ball because this boy
just ain't right.
I love him.
Oh god, and I love the panel of these three is so good. Like, Law's like, we should peel them apart. Zoro is like, I agree. And Kid, with the two of them standing side by side, it just looks like we're in hell. And we finally get the full body reveal of the hybrid form, and it looks fucking cool. Like,
damn. Not to VTuber post, but like, that's Coco's dad.
That's Coco's fucking dad, dude.
Which, if you know nothing about VTubers, I will part the curtain and ingratiate you with some lore. That implies that Kaido's tail is a butt plug. You're welcome.
You're welcome. It's true. It's all true.
It's all true.
As my VTuber wife Coco would say, always has been.
I do want to say before we like go on, Law's like, I think we should peel him, like, brother.
I think we should peel them apart. Like,
oh, come on, dog.
Who let this man be a doctor? So who who gave him his doctorate? Like, who signed off on this? What accredited university? I need to see some papers because I'm starting to not believe anymore.
It's literally just like a flashback to like when we first saw Law and how like absolutely crazy he was then.
Yeah. Oh god. Every time I think of Law now, shoutouts to Kat and Joel from King of the What Now. Every time I think of Law, I always think of the crossover episode we all did with them. It was like us, Trey, and them on their channel. God, please check that out on their channel, on their Libsyn.
That was so much fun.
It was so much fun. It was basically like we made like One Piece crossovers, and yours was One Piece in the Jim Henson universe.
Yes. Oh.
And I just can't not think of like Law as like speaking in Elmo's voice. Like it doesn't fit at all, and I love it.
Like it's so funny because like all Elmo does is laugh, and Law never laughs.
Yeah.
So like either way you play it, like forcing Jim Henson Law to laugh or forcing Elmo to never laugh, either way it's super funny for some fucking reason.
Because you either get like Elmo saying the most edgy lines that Law has ever said, or
we should tear them apart.
Elmo says we should peel them apart. Elmo says the weak don't choose when they get to die.
And then like you either get that or you get literally like the most serious like anime protagonist Elmo we've ever seen.
Either one is good.
You get Elmo with fucking death tattoos on his knuckles.
Oh my god.
Shambu.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's cursed and I love it.
But we close out the episode. We close out the chapter, I mean, with
our little tennis ball.
Our lovely little tennis ball. What a bright little tennis ball. Responding to Kid's comment saying, "Oh, like we're in hell." That suits me fine. I've been to hell and back a few times already. It's home territory. And it's like, yeah, Luffy has been to hell and back. But like, holy fuck, brother. And Kaido just, like,
loving
recognizing that.
Just like, yeah, that's it, Straw Hat. That light never leaves your eyes, does it? It's like, I can't believe, like, it was Odin, but now Odin was the first person to give him, like, a true fight. And I think now, like, he literally sees that in Luffy.
I do think so, yeah.
I mean, because even that one panel a couple chapters ago where he's like, just how high is your ceiling gonna go or something like that. Or like, how high can you continue to climb? He said something like that, and you can see, like, the visions of, like, Roger, Shanks, like, Odin, all of them, like, behind Luffy, and I was like, dog, what the fuck?
It's so good. But yeah, that's... What a banger of a chapter, and I don't think we're on break, no?
We are not on break, so we're gonna be getting, hopefully another banger next week. God, it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be really good. Like, in the meantime, you can see whatever we're doing on our Twitter. We are at Paramecia Cast on Twitter. From there, you can join our Discord, Paramecia Flower Capital. The permanent link is on the bio on Twitter. The rest of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, etc., is Paramecia Fancast. And our episodes go up every Monday, right? Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
I have to, like, think about if it's forward or backwards in time. I have to QPU align myself. Yeah, so every Monday, our episodes go up on parameciafancast.libsyn.com or straight to your podcatcher, be it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, whatever the fuck, you know, the ones. Whichever you use, it's probably there. YouTube,
Yeah.
we also upload our episodes there. Please forgive us if it's a little slow. YouTube is not cooperative a lot of the time. And yeah.
Usually Monday or Tuesday, one of those days, it gets up. It's just sometimes YouTube is dumb. Me and Trey had a bonding moment over it because I was like, yeah, sometimes I just put it and it says, you know, it renders and it gets to 99%, and then it just stays at 99% for like literally hours, and I have to restart the whole thing.
Like anything over 10 minutes, YouTube just shits the fucking bed. It's awful. One thing I do want to say, do you have a crack theory? Because if not, I just have like good advice.
You know what? No, I don't have one, but I want to hear good advice. I think there will always be crack theories, but there's very rarely good advice. And I think sometimes in wake of in wake of this boat getting unstuck, I think we all need
good advice. Well, hashtag not sponsored, but NVIDIA broadcast their proprietary it's like hardware accelerated like user and noise reduction on audio is absolutely splendid for recording anything you have to record. If you're thinking about voice acting, like, okay, it does require you to have a computer that has a GTX NVIDIA graphics card, so 2000 or above. Right now, that's basically impossible to get in most places. I'm really lucky. My friend Kevin sent me his 2080, and whatnot. But like, straight up, Adri got home from work, put her stuff down, gave me a snack. I ate the snack, drank my drink with the snack. Adri prepared her like cup noodles on the stove, did dishes, and none of it showed up on my damn waveform. She did not do dishes, but she did something with the sink. Fuck you, dude.
Jesus Christ.
But like the point still stands. Like, you know, she's fussing about in the kitchen, which is literally right fucking here, like in the same space. I'm sitting here eating into the mic and nothing. So, if you've got it, if you have the potential to use it, and you're doing, if you're doing something for it, as long as you're not doing ASMR, which, you know, you want the crinkly tinglies, Adri brought that up, you know, all those like atmospheric sounds. But if you're doing like voice acting or podcasting, 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
And that feels like very weird for us to like leave it on there. So I'll give you another piece of advice. Don't.